6 Galaxies video. I am going to have more 6 scale videos dropping later this week, if not early next week, as we still have a look at the Joker, Sabine, and the recent release as Mus Snake Plissken, and I do want to showcase that figure because I haven't seen too many videos or anything about him, and I think it is a figure worth talking about. Also, the Droid Dakar and the Airborne exclusive have landed with Jefferson Tan, so hopefully I get those by next week as well, depending on how Australia Post go. So the main reason for this video is our next, I guess, suggested icon batch. Now, quick story behind this. Icon had a whole bunch of placeholder dates for the 30th of June. Obviously, that was never going to be the case because we just had the most recent batch, and there was no way that I think they would do a split batch of that size. So few days later, those figures went to the 30th of July, which made sense because it was going to be a 6-week gap, and normally our batches take about 6 weeks to arrive. And then a massive amount of items went from the 30th of July to the 30th of August. We are talking about 17 figures here. So whether or not they're waiting for their people to get their taxed, so that way they're expected to have less invoices get renegotiated or whatever, who knows. But yeah, basically there is going to be some sort of delay, I suppose, and we won't see anything through July, if this is correct. Instead, we will see it all at the very end of August, which, while that means we have about 8 weeks to prepare, it also means, if you're like me, then in 8 weeks' time you're expecting to pay for 7 figures in 1 week, which the thought of that is crazy. Anyway, let's get on with it. I've pretty much split them up to the random figures slash franchises on their own first, and then we'll move into the franchises I've grouped together. So Black Mantra is our lone DC figure this time around. He is, as you can see, the 30th of August. We have Feral Predator. You'll notice he's pre-sold out. So I'm not too sure if he's still on Pop Culture's website, but worth having a look if you want to get that pre-ordering before it disappears. The Indiana Jones figures I know are still up there, but they are pre-sold out with icons, so there is probably going to be very limited spares available. We have Monkey D. Luffy as our lone One Piece release, League of Legends Ash, we have Ahsoka the White, Captain Rex, the Darth Maul Deluxe. The standard has sold out. My guess is people didn't want to pay for this twice. We have Marek, the Droid Dakar, Hera, Magneto, and the 2 Tobey Maguire figures. I apologize, it's actually 16 figures, not 17. The reason why I do say 17 is Shin updated to the 30th of July, but did not update to the 30th of August. Given the fact that Sideshow only started shipping her 2 days ago, or 12 days ago, whenever it was, I think it's unlikely that we will see her, hopefully, because I do not want to, yeah. The young Ahsoka also updated to the 30th of July and then didn't hit August. And then the Batfleck 2.0, which you can see both are pre-sold out. I don't actually think he is on Pop Culture anymore. He, again, moved to 30th of July, but not August. And then it's way too soon to see her, I think. I'll be very surprised if she's in the batch. And then, of course, these two have only just released, so they've still got their original placeholder of the 30th of June, which we knew was never going to happen. So yeah, just again, quickly, Mantra, Feral Predator, the 2 Indiana Joneses, Luffy, Ash, Ahsoka, Rex, Maul, Marek, Droid Dakar, Hera, Magneto, and the black suit Toby's. Very slim chance of Shin, slim chance of Padawan, and an extremely slim chance of Scarlet Witch. This guy would make sense, but not 100% sure on that. So basically, the way I look at it is, yeah, 10 days. So I would be surprised if these two were in the batch just because I just had them so soon. But basically, if we add the 8 weeks on, we're sitting at about 12 weeks per figure, which isn't too bad, really. It used to be a lot longer. So basically, we used to wait 6 to 8 months, sometimes even 10 to 12. In recent history, the Vader from Kenobi and the Morbius figure were the only two delays that had a year, as did the Return of the Jedi 3PO. So 3 figures getting terribly delayed out of the countless figures that we've had this year is actually pretty good. I mean, Jack Sparrow just hit the last batch. So if we go 5 times 4, yeah, okay, that's 20 weeks. But that's a rarity. Sabine, again, was this week. But these, I think this batch has been in for a couple of weeks now. So 16 weeks for Enoch wasn't terrible. I think Flash came in on this current batch. I know the Prowler did. So only 8 weeks for the Prowler, which is crazy. So look, yeah, some of these are hitting about the 12 to 16 week mark, which I think again isn't terrible, given the fact that it used to be 8, 9, 10 months, if not longer. So yeah, basically these 16 figures, like I said, takes us all the way up to Black Suit Toby, and really the only things we're missing are the most recent of the releases, which is super scary. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, being Black Suit Toby. So yeah, there's your 17th figure, 18, 19, 20, 21, if those are all correct. But chances are these later ones are incorrect, and we'll probably see those in August, if we're lucky. Otherwise, it'll be September. I don't think they'll be October. I think they'll be September. But it just depends. If they are going to start operating on a every second month batch, then I guess we won't see them until September. But yeah, don't know why they're skipping July. But like I said, all of these items at the 2 days ago, they all had 30th of July on them, and they all went to 30th of August. So the last 2 times this has happened, Icon has been pretty spot on. The first time they did it, they were 2 weeks out. So the batch came in 2 weeks early, and then the second time they were 1 week late. But it pretty much hit. The invoices went out the day that the Icon date stated. So they've been pretty on the money with these placeholders so far this year. So just a word of warning, save up, because there is a massive batch in August of 16 figures, potentially more. Anyway, guys, hopefully you found this information helpful. As always, join the group if you haven't already done so. I don't know what spares Jefferson Tan is going to be able to offer for those sold out figures. He does get spares from time to time from different places. Otherwise, check out Pop Culture, see what's there. Don't go paying those crazy aftermarket prices, because every so often there are spares of some items. The only item that I have not seen a spare for yet is the Supergirl and the Flash. Those items that were pre-sold out, I haven't seen any spares on Pop Culture this time around. It's not to say they don't have any, they just had Supernova, so maybe they took them to Supernova and put a premium on them. I honestly couldn't tell you. But yes, let's see what happens. Anyway, guys, once again, I hope you appreciated the information.